Hi everyone, it's Dr. Peasington here, and today I'll be taking a look at Hawken by Adhesive Games. Hawken is a first-person multiplayer shooter for the PC that places you inside a mechanised war machine on the battlefield of a dystopian world called Elau. Hawken uses the Unreal Engine 3 and is available through Steam. In the game there are 8 maps, 4 game modes and 3 separate classes of mech, light, medium and heavy, where the light mechs have less armour but are faster and more manoeuvrable. The heavy mechs have much more armour but are fairly cumbersome, and the medium mechs fall in between the two. Each mech has 2 weapons and a special ability, and also the ability to heal. You start the game with the CRT Recruit mech, which is a medium class mech and comes equipped with the Tau missile as its secondary weapon. Now you can detonate the Tau missile in mid-air by pushing either the middle mouse or right mouse button after it's been fired. And this is a skill you'll have to master quickly, as due to the game's transaction system, if you don't want to spend any real cash, you might be stuck with it for a little while. Saying that, the pricing of mechs isn't too bad. You can buy a mech for around 750 Meteor credits, which is about £4 sterling. Hawken is a very easy game to pick up as long as you've played Twitch FPS games such as the COD series. The only slight adjustment to get used to is that your weapons are on the sides of the mech, so you have to make sure you're positioned correctly when firing, taking note of the position of your mech rather than just the position of the crosshairs. The first person cockpit view is very immersive with its array of buttons, and I like the touch of having your special abilities and consumables integrated into the cockpit rather than on the HUD. The graphics look clean and it runs very smoothly, and there are some nice mechanics in the game. The 180-degree spin is a very useful tool if you find yourself suddenly attacked from behind, and the ability to suddenly dash left or right in a similar way to the mechs in Titanfall can be very helpful when timed right to avoid an onslaught of enemy fire. The hover mechanism also gives the game an added element of verticality, and you really do have to be careful of what's above you as well. The ability to heal distinguishes Hawken from other mech titles and adds a little bit more of a tactical aspect to the game. You have to make your mind up whether to continue with the attack or break off and find a place to heal. You also have to balance the risk-reward ratio and decide whether or not to pursue a heavily damaged mech who's retreated to heal and finish them off, with the danger of chasing them round a corner to find you've just been led into a trap. Now I want to take a quick look at the different game modes. There are 4 game modes: Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch, Missile Assault and Siege. Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch are self-explanatory, and Missile Assault has 2 sides fighting to take control of 3 missile silos, which is a bit like domination from COD or Battlefield. When a silo is held, it continually launches rockets at the enemy base, with the first team to destroy the opposition's base being the winners. The 4th game mode is Siege. It's nice to see games try something a little different with the game modes, and Siege does that well. Players have to gather energy from nodes in the centre of the map, then rush back to their base and dump it. When a certain amount is harvested, an enormous battleship is launched and heads to the other team's base. When this happens, the other team has to take control of a capture point in order to shoot the battleship down. The first team to destroy the other team base wins. This is probably the most tactically played game mode, and if you're with a team that know what they're doing, it can be very rewarding. The maps on Hawken are nicely varied with jungle, desert, city, snowcaps and industrial settings, and have the ability to be played multiple ways, meaning you always have to be aware of your surroundings. The maps can be a little on the small side, but they suit the game's fast-paced style. Now I'd like to take a look at the money side of the game. Hawken is a free-to-play game, and whilst there is no necessity to spend real money if you don't want to, some people will undoubtedly spend money right from the off, so the question is, how much of an advantage will they get? Well, in the game you have Hawken credits, which are earned through playing matches, winning and the like, and Meteor credits, which you can purchase with your real, hard-earned cash. Meteor credits range in price from 720 MCs for £3 at the lowest end, all the way up to 17,280 MCs for £60. Whilst you can expect to get 15 to 200 Hawken credits per match. To put this in perspective, mechs cost 740 to 1440 Meteor credits, or 6,410 to 12,816 Hawken credits. Now that's a lot of grinding you're going to have to do, and that's before you kit out your mech with improved weapons, internals and the likes. Personally, I think that you might be better off buying something like the Mercury bundle from Steam, which gives you 6 mechs, some Meteor and some Hawken credits, all for about £22 sterling. Players can customise their mechs in the garage in a number of ways, from their weapons, internals and consumables to more cosmetic changes, but once again this suffers from the free-to-play model. The cosmetic changes are only obtainable by using Meteor credits, and like the other buyable items, is specific to the mech you purchased it for. It does make things a little annoying when you have to buy the same thing 10 times with 10 different mechs, and I feel this is one thing that MechWarrior Online have got right. Buy things for your garage and then they're there to use with any mech as long as the item is compatible. All in all, I found Hawken to be an entertaining, fast-paced mech-based shooter, but I couldn't help but feel slightly underwhelmed with the feel of the mechs, as they lack the sense of scale which is one of the highlights of MechWarrior Online. Also, if you don't pay at least some money into the game, you could end up becoming very frustrated with the constant grinding. Saying that, if you're willing to spend about £20, then it could be a lot of fun, and at that price, a cheap game which you can pick up quickly and looks stunning. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Take it easy, and I'll see you the next time.